If you are a WordPress freelancer or maybe a content creator like me, then I'm sure you will be able to relate to this. There are many times when you need to test various plugins, various themes, or maybe some WordPress functionality, and there might be some situations where you want to make some changes on your WordPress website, but you cannot do that on a live site for sure. And for all these situations, there is one thing we always wanted to have, and that is staging server for our WordPress website, which we can create instantly and dispose of easily once the job is done. And in this video, I'm going to show you an easy way how you can create your staging WordPress sites in no time. So if that sounds interesting, then let's dive in. So the tool that we are going to use in this video is going to be InstaWP. And as you can see on their website, it's all about creating WordPress environment in just a second. And if we go down to their features section, here we can see the details that we can create WordPress sites in few seconds. And we can also save the snapshots so that we can use them as a template to create new staging WordPress sites. And one of the major highlight of this tool is that you can access the database as well as the WordPress core files. So no matter if you are designing or maybe coding a WordPress website, this option is going to be really helpful. So let's just quickly dive in our account and see how we can create our WordPress staging site in no time. So all you have to do is just click on try for free, and using this option, you can instantly set up your WordPress website. But I would highly recommend that you go ahead and create your free account so that you can get the best of InstaWP free account. So I have already created my account. So let me just go ahead and sign in. So here you just need to enter your email address and password once you sign up. And this is the first look of your InstaWP dashboard. Now before we start building our staging WordPress site, let's go ahead and take a quick tour of this dashboard. Here on the top, we have sites. So on this panel, we will see all the staging websites that we will create using InstaWP. And after this, we have templates. So once we have created any staging site, we can use that as a template to create a new one. So if you click on add template, you will be able to see the sites that you have created using InstaWP, and you can select those sites to create that as a template. But right now we have not created any site yet, so that's why it's showing no site. Then we have configurations. This one is really interesting. Here we can set up the configuration of our WordPress setup that we are going to install. So here we can select any WordPress as well as PHP version, and this will be saved. And whenever we try to create a new site, it will always use that configuration, or it will show us the option to choose our custom configuration. In the same way, in the PHP tab, we can set the preferences for our PHP, and for WordPress, we can go ahead and set up all the things that we want to be pre-installed once we build up our staging site. For example, here we have an option for pre-installed plugins. So this will actually install these plugins once it creates that staging WordPress site for us, so that we don't have to do the plugin installation every time when we log in our WordPress site. So how we are going to use this? We need to enter the plugin slugs from wp.org website. For example, let's go to the website and search for maybe Elementor. And if we click on this link, and if we check out the URL, this is the plugin slug. So we just need to enter Elementor here. In the same way, we can search for maybe Spectra plugin from theme Astra. So let's select this one, and let's copy the slug from here. And let's paste it and select the plugin. Along with that, we can also pre-install themes. So let's go to themes. Let's say we want to install Hello theme. So in the themes, let's again copy the URL slug and paste it here. And below this, we also have a URL option for themes and plugin. So this one is logged for the pro version, but here we can save this configuration as it is, so that it will always take this configuration for all the WordPress staging sites that we create, or we can save it as our custom name. So now we can see we have a new default. So let's rename this. So we can give it any custom name. All right. After this, we have Faker. And this one is again very useful option, especially for content creator like me, who always need to fill the WordPress backend with some fake post pages, all that content. So once again, you can use this option to fill up your WordPress setup So you can enter any number of posts, pages, tags, categories, attachments, authors, and all that basic stuff that you need to have a sample data in your WordPress staging site. So let's say we enter 10 posts and 5 pages. I'll leave the other things as it is. And this time I'll click on save because I'm already in my Elementor config settings. So this is how we can create our custom configuration so that we can use that every time when we create a new WordPress staging site. After this, we have deployments. So with this, we can create the staging websites and then use the deployment option. For example, if we click on add new, here you can enter the GitHub public repo URL, or maybe you can enter a private repo SSH link. So you can deploy the site on your GitHub from here. After this, we have integrations. So you can go ahead and integrate other applications with this staging websites. So let's say you want to add MailChimp. So you can go ahead and add all the details about MailChimp. So your WordPress staging sites will get connected with these external applications in no time. But right now, let's go ahead and cancel this. And let's go back in sites and click on add new to try a new website. So let's click on add new. Here we can choose the WordPress version or the PHP version, or simply we can select the configuration that we have created. So right now it is set on default. Here we can see our Elementor config. So maybe you can create a configuration setting for Elementor and another one for Gutenberg. So all that will be listed here. So right now let's select Elementor, and we can also give a custom name for this staging WordPress site. So if we click here, we can enter the site name so that it will be easy for us to remember in future. But that depends on the availability of the name. So you can go ahead and try that. But right now I will leave it as it is so that it will generate a random name. After this, we have two options: temporary site that will expire in 2 days, and reserved site which will be reserved till the time we delete that manually. Once again, this is only for the pro version. So if you want to check out their pro plans, I will leave the link in the video description below. So you can go ahead and check out as per your requirement. But right now, the temporary site will get expired in 2 days, and that's what we are going to use. So let's just click on create site. And within just 2 seconds, our staging WordPress website is ready. This is the public URL. And below this, we have the username and password, which we don't need to remember because we can use the magic login, which will take us directly to the WordPress backend. Let's click on this and we will land in our WordPress backend. Now, just to confirm, let's go to the plugin section. Here we can see our Elementor and Spectra plugin already installed. And if we go in the themes section, here we can see Hello Elementor theme is already installed and activated. And so this will be a real time saver. And here you can see the DB editor, which you can use to edit the database details, which I would highly recommend. You should only touch if you know what you are doing. And again, we have the code editor, which you can use to access the code files of this WordPress setup. So here you can see all the WordPress core files. But once again, it is only for high-end designers or coders. So make sure you use that wisely. And below this, you will get the list of all the websites that you will create using InstaWP. And here you can go ahead and use the auto login. That is again the magic login button. And here you can click on reserve to reserve this site, or you can save this as template using this option so that you can again create a site using the same setup. And in the more section, we have a lot more options like PHP configuration, view credentials to see the login details. And we also have a migrate option. So you can migrate this website. So this will take you to the migration dashboard, and here you can select the hosting servers which you want to migrate to, but we are not going to use that right now. And after this, we have export as, so you can export this WordPress setup. And below this, we also have the tools. So again, we have the DB editor, we can view the logs, and we have the code editor, and we have the product site to make it password protected. Along with that, we have the deployment option as well that we have already covered. And we have the suffix domain. So here you can change the domain like instawp.co, or you can use instawp.link. So you can go ahead and choose whichever suits best to you. And once you are done, you can go ahead and delete your WordPress staging site from this option. And we also have advanced option like clone and FTP access and domain mapping, which is reserved for the pro users. But even with the free plan, you get a lot of options that you will need to create a usable staging WordPress website to try out all the things that you will ever need. So this is how easy it is to create staging WordPress website in no time using InstaWP. For more details, check out the link given in the video description below. And if you want to watch more videos related to WordPress like this one, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you will get notified whenever I upload the next video. So that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next video.